there's something millions of people between the ages of 60 and 80 are still doing every single day without even realizing how harmful it is. It's not just slowing you down, it may be silently taking years off your life. The truth is, once you hit your 60s, your body doesn't function the way it used to. What worked in your 40s or 50s could now be putting your health and independence at serious risk. And most people don't notice the warning signs until it's too late. That's why in this video, we're going to talk about 5 common habits you need to stop doing immediately if you're over 60. Stick around until the end because the last one is a mistake almost no one talks about, but it's one of the most dangerous. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so we know how to improve. Now let's get into it. Habit 1. Skipping breakfast. One of the most common habits that silently damages your health after the age of 60 is skipping breakfast, or eating a breakfast that's too weak to fuel your body properly. You may think, I'm not that hungry in the morning, or I just want a quick coffee and maybe a slice of toast. But here's the reality after the age of 60. Your metabolism slows down, your muscles begin to lose mass more rapidly, and your blood sugar becomes harder to regulate. This means that what you eat in the morning plays a bigger role than ever in how your body performs throughout the day. Skipping breakfast or choosing foods with low nutritional value like sugary cereal, white bread, or just a banana may leave you feeling tired, dizzy, or foggy before lunchtime. More importantly, it can also increase your risk of falls, brain fog, irritability, and even poor blood pressure control. Let's talk about Margaret, age 67. She used to start her day with just a cup of black coffee and maybe a piece of toast. She told herself she wasn't hungry, and she liked keeping her routine light in the morning. But over time, she started noticing mid-morning crashes, felt shaky, her hands would tremble slightly, and sometimes she had trouble concentrating. Her doctor suggested a simple change. Start the day with a balanced breakfast, something that includes protein, fiber, and healthy fats. So Margaret began eating half a cup of oatmeal with some almonds, blueberries, and a boiled egg on the side. After just a few days, her energy levels stabilized. She felt less irritable in the morning, and her digestion improved as well. You see, the body needs high-quality fuel to function, especially after a night of fasting while you sleep. When you skip breakfast, your body continues to run on low reserves, pulling energy from your muscles and putting strain on your adrenal glands and blood sugar regulation. And if you already have conditions like diabetes, prediabetes, or low blood pressure, skipping breakfast could make those conditions worse. Without you realizing it now, you might say, but I'm watching my weight, or I don't want to eat too much. The good news is you don't need to eat a big, heavy meal. The key is quality, not quantity. Even something as simple as Greek yogurt with chia seeds and berries, or scrambled eggs with spinach and whole grain toast can make a big difference. These foods are packed with protein, fiber, and nutrients that support your muscles, brain, and energy levels all morning long. Here's something important. Your muscle health is directly tied to your protein intake, and morning is a great opportunity to give your body the amino acids it needs to protect your strength and independence. Skipping breakfast means you're missing one of the best chances to feed your muscles and prevent age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. Let's do a quick self-check. Think about your morning routine. Do you eat something that truly sustains you, or do you just grab something quick with no real nutrition? If you regularly feel tired, dizzy, or mentally foggy before lunch, your body may be giving you a message. It needs more support in the morning. And here's a simple test. Tomorrow, try eating a balanced breakfast, one that includes at least 15 grams of protein, some fiber, and a little healthy fat. Then pay attention to how you feel around 10 or 11 a.m. If you notice that your energy is better, your thinking is clearer, or you're in a better mood, that's a clear sign that your body thrives when properly fueled in the morning. Lastly, remember this. What you eat first thing in the morning sets the tone for your blood sugar, your mood, and your energy for the rest of the day. If you skip or choose poorly, your body spends hours trying to stabilize itself, often leaving you more tired and stressed than you need to be. But if you choose wisely, even just a small bowl of high-protein oatmeal or a couple of boiled eggs with fruit, you give your body the tools it needs to function at its best. So if skipping breakfast or eating a weak one has become your habit, now's the time to break that cycle. You don't need a huge meal, but you do need the right meal. Your body after 60 deserves that support every single morning. Habit 2. Trying to do everything alone. Let's talk about a habit that many older adults are proud of, but which can quietly backfire on your health and safety over time. It's the belief that you should do everything yourself, without help, no matter what. Now, independence is a beautiful thing. It gives you dignity, freedom, and control over your life. But after the age of 60, your body begins to change in ways that make overexerting yourself more dangerous than you might think. Your joints become stiffer, your balance becomes less stable, and your muscle recovery slows down. What used to be a simple task like lifting a heavy grocery bag, reaching for something on a high shelf, or shoveling a bit of dirt in the garden can, now strain your muscles or even cause a fall. Let me tell you about John, age 73. He had always been strong and self-reliant. He didn't want to bother anyone, so he kept doing everything on his own. One day, he decided to move a large flower pot in his backyard, something he'd done dozens of times before. But as he leaned and twisted, his lower back gave out. He was in pain for weeks, had to cancel his daily walks, and even needed physical therapy just to get back to his regular routine. The worst part? It could have been avoided if he had simply asked for help or used a small dolly or lifting strap. But like many older adults, John had been taught that independence meant never asking for help. That mindset, while understandable, is what put his health and freedom at risk. The truth is, there's a difference between independence and overload. Doing too much alone doesn't prove strength, it increases strain. And strain leads to injury. Every injury after 60 takes longer to heal. And sometimes it can lead to complications you never expected. So what can you do instead? Start by identifying tasks that consistently wear you out, strain your joints, or make you nervous. Is it carrying the laundry basket upstairs, cleaning windows or ceiling fans, lifting heavy boxers from the garage instead of pushing through the discomfort? Ask yourself, is there a smarter way to do this? You might use assistive tools, a rolling laundry cart, a reach extender, or a step stool with handles. You might rearrange your home to make daily tasks more accessible. Or just as importantly, you might ask a family member, neighbor, or caregiver to help you with certain tasks once a week. Let me be clear, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. It means you value your health enough to protect it, so you can continue doing the things you love without unnecessary setbacks. And here's something else to consider. Many older adults become so determined to not be a burden that they hide their pain or overexert themselves quietly. But this can actually lead to greater dependency in the future, because one bad fall, one torn ligament, or one sprain could take away months of mobility. Here's a simple self check. Think about the last week. Did you avoid asking for help even when a task felt risky? Did you feel unusually sore or exhausted after doing something on your own? If yes, your body is sending a message. It's time to shift your strategy, not your independence. Instead of thinking, I have to do it all, try thinking, I want to keep doing what matters. That shift allows you to focus your time and energy on what brings you joy while using smart support for the rest. In fact, many people who accept help for physically demanding tasks end up feeling more independent over time, not less. Why? Because they avoid injuries, stay active longer, and maintain better energy throughout the day. So the next time you feel that urge to lift, reach, strain, or climb without assistance, pause, take a breath, and ask, is there a safer way to do this? Your future self will thank you for it. Habit 3. Not staying socially connected. There's one habit that often gets overlooked, but it has a massive impact on your health, mood, and even how long you live. That habit is not staying socially connected. And no, we're not just talking about having a Facebook account or watching the news. We mean real, meaningful connection with others. Even just one or two close people you trust as we age. It's common to lose some of our social network. Retirement, health challenges, or losing friends and loved ones can all contribute. But when we stop actively maintaining our social ties, it can silently lead to loneliness. And loneliness isn't just sad, it's dangerous. In fact, studies show that chronic loneliness increases your risk of death by 26%. That's as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It raises your risk for heart disease, stroke, dementia, and depression. And the worst part is many people don't even realize they're lonely. Let's look at a common story. Joe, age 72, lives alone since his wife passed away. His children live in different cities, and though he talks to them occasionally, he spends most days watching TV in silence. At first, he thought he was just enjoying peace and quiet, but over time, he started feeling anxious, tired, and unmotivated. His memory became fuzzy. and even basic tasks started to feel difficult. What Joe didn't realize was that his brain was missing stimulation. When we interact with others, whether through a chat, a laugh, or even a shared meal, our brains stay active. Social interaction improves cognitive function, lowers stress hormones, and boosts immune health. It keeps our emotions stable and our minds sharp. We are wired to connect, and that doesn't change after 60. If you're not sure where to start, here are a few simple ideas. First, try reaching out to one old friend or family member each week. Even a 10-minute phone call or video chat can make a difference. Second, consider joining a senior group, a local class, or a church activity. Many communities offer programs for older adults to gather, play games, exercise, or just talk. Another great option is volunteering. Giving your time even in small ways helps you feel valuable, connected, and energized. You could help at a local food bank, read to children at the library, or simply check in on neighbors. Technology can also help bridge the gap. Learning to use simple apps like Zoom, WhatsApp, or FaceTime can help you stay close to loved ones far away. If you don't feel confident using tech, ask someone to teach you or take a beginner's class. And don't forget the power of small, in-person moments. A smile to the cashier, a chat with your neighbor, or saying hello during your morning walk. All of these build connection. You don't need a crowd to feel connected. Just a few meaningful interactions every day can transform your mental health. Staying socially active isn't just about avoiding loneliness, it's about living longer, thinking clearer, and feeling better every single day. So if you've fallen into the habit of isolation, today is the perfect day to reach out. Call someone, visit a group, or simply start a conversation. With the next person you see, you may be surprised how much brighter life feels just by reconnecting. Habit 4. Not reviewing your medications regularly. If you're over 60 and you haven't taken a close look at your medications in the last 6 to 12 months, this could be a serious problem, because not reviewing your medications regularly is one of the most overlooked but dangerous habits in older adults. And yet millions of seniors keep taking the same pills, year after year, sometimes without even remembering why they were prescribed. Here's the truth. As you age, your body changes. Your metabolism slows down. Your kidneys and liver may not process drugs the same way they used to. This means a dose that worked fine when you were 50 might now be too strong or completely unnecessary. And when medications build up in your system or interact in harmful ways, it can lead to dizziness, confusion, falls, or even hospitalization. In fact, more than 1/3 of adults over 65 experience adverse drug reactions each year. Many of them could be prevented with a simple medication review. Let's look at a typical example. Margaret, age 68, takes 7 different prescriptions every day. 2 are for blood pressure, 1 is for acid reflux, another is a sleeping pill, and the rest were added over the years for various issues. She trusts her doctor and fills them all without question. But lately, she's been feeling weak, lightheaded, and forgetful. Her daughter thought it was just age catching up with herb, but it wasn't. It turned out that 2 of her medications were interacting badly, and 1 of them wasn't even needed anymore. This is more common than you might think. Sometimes doctors prescribe something to treat a side effect of another drug, and the cycle keeps building until you're on a medication cocktail that your body can no longer handle. That's why reviewing your medications at least once or twice a year is absolutely essential. And not just with one doctor, sometimes it's helpful to get a second opinion from a pharmacist. Pharmacists are trained to look for dangerous combinations, duplicate therapies, or outdated prescriptions. What should you look for during a medication review? Start with a full list of everything you take: prescriptions, over-the-counter drugs, vitamins, supplements, and even herbal remedies. Bring this list to your doctor or pharmacist and ask these 3 questions. Do I still need this medication? Is the dosage still appropriate for my age and health? Are there any harmful interactions I should know about? If the answer to any of those raises red flags, you may need an adjustment. Don't be afraid to ask. It's your body, your health, and your future at stake. Also, watch out for medications known as high risk for older adults. Certain types of sleep aids, muscle relaxants, or even common antihistamines can cause serious side effects in people over 60. They may increase your risk of falls, confusion, or fatigue without offering much real benefit. And don't forget about timing. Taking your medications at the right time of day with or without food can also affect how well they work and how your body responds. Something as simple as moving 1 pill from morning to evening can make a world of difference. If organizing your medications feels overwhelming, there are easy solutions. You can use a weekly pill organizer, set reminders on your phone, or ask a caregiver to help keep track. Some pharmacies even offer pre-sorted packs labeled by day and time. The bottom line is this: your medication routine should evolve as you do. Just because something was right for you 5 years ago doesn't mean it's still helping today. By taking control of your medication plan and reviewing it regularly, you protect your independence, your clarity, and your safety. So if it's been more than 6 months since your last medication review, make an appointment today. It's a small habit that could prevent a major health crisis, and more importantly, it helps you stay in charge of your own health journey every single day. Habit 5. Believing it's too late to improve. This is perhaps the most dangerous habit of all, not because it harms your body directly, but because it convinces you to stop trying, to stop growing, to stop believing that you still matter. If you're over 60, 70, or even 80, you might have said something like, "I'm too old for that now. It's too late to change." That ship has sailed. But here's the truth. It's never too late to improve your life. Not physically, not mentally, not emotionally, and especially not spiritually. Let's start with your health. Studies show that even people in their 70s and 80s can build muscle, improve balance, lower blood pressure, and boost brain function just by changing simple daily habits. You can start walking a little every day. You can add one more serving of vegetables. You can learn simple breathing exercises, and the benefits don't take years, they often show up in just weeks. Take Mr. Raymond, for example, at 72. He had trouble standing without support and was feeling depressed. But instead of giving in, he started doing gentle chair yoga 3 times a week. He also joined a small community book club just to be around others again. Within 3 months, he was walking confidently and smiling more than he had in years. So what changed? Not just his routine, his mindset. You see, the idea that it's too late is often just fear in disguise. Fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of disappointment. But every time you tell yourself it's too late, you rob yourself of the possibility of growth. And here's something powerful your brain is still capable of learning. It's called neuroplasticity. Even in later years, your brain forms new connections. You can learn a new language, pick up an instrument, explore painting or poetry, volunteer, and make new friends. These are not just hobbies, they're fuel for mental and emotional vitality. More importantly, improving your life at any age can protect your independence. The more you move, the stronger your body stays. The more you connect, the less lonely you feel. The more you challenge your mind, the sharper your thinking becomes. And all of that adds up to a longer, more fulfilling life. But none of that can happen if you've convinced yourself you're past the point of change. So let me be very clear. Whether you're 62 or 92, you still have time. Time to feel better, time to live with purpose, time to heal broken relationships, time to forgive yourself and start fresh. Time to enjoy being alive. One simple question can change your whole perspective. Instead of asking, "Why bother now?" ask, "What small thing could I try today?" You don't have to change everything overnight. You just have to take the next small step. Remember, the most dangerous habit is not physical, it's mental surrender. The belief that you've missed your chance, that the best days are behind you, but they're not. They're still available if you're willing to look for them. So today, make a promise to yourself. No more saying it's too late. Say instead, now is the perfect time, because your life is still happening, and every moment is a new chance to grow. So there you have it. 5 everyday habits that might seem harmless but can quietly steal your strength, your joy, and even your independence. If you're over 60, this is the time to take your health and well-being seriously, not with fear, but with purpose. Remember, aging is not a decline, it's a transition. You're not disappearing, you're evolving. And every choice you make today can shape how fully and freely you live the years ahead. So which of these 5 habits surprised you the most? Have you caught yourself doing any of them lately? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts and your story. And if this video helped you, please take a second to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We're building a space here for older adults who want to stay strong, independent, and informed. You belong here, and we're glad you're with us. Until next time, take care of yourself, and remember, every day is a new chance to live better, not just longer.